Okay, let's start with geomorphology questions again. We were doing geomorphology. Wastage of glacial ice by both melting and evaporation is designated as ablation. Floating ice hill on the sea water is called iceberg. Which of the following is not a depositional feature? Sark. Bowl-shaped depression formed at the source of a valley glacier by plucking action is known as sark. A sharp knife ridge-like ridge formed between two parallel glacial valleys is arete. A tributary glacial valley whose mouth is high above the floor of the main valley is designated as hanging valley. Okay, this is Tarn, not Tran. This is Tarn. Tarn is a lake formed in Sark. Tarn. Um, Very high peaks of bedrock projecting above ice sheet is known as nunatak. Which of the following are erosional features of glacial environment? Arete and col. Crag and tail topography is encountered in the regions of glacial environment. The glacier will retreat when ablation is greater than accumulation. Ablation is melting. Low and rounded, low rounded and abraded mounds on the glaciated valley floors are known as roche mountains. The unstratified, unsorted debris dropped in a random fashion by glaciers form the deposits known as moraines. Cracks formed due to differential movement within the mass of glacier is called crevasses. Identify the features related with various geomorphic processes. We have A3 Drumlin Glacier, B4 Hamada Aeolian, C1 solution, Blind Valley solution, T2 cataract fluvial. Residual hills are formed in different geomorphic environments. Choose the correct combination from the list given below. Inselberg Aeolian, Roche Mountainous Glacial, C1 Monadnocks Alluvial, Mogotes. Okay, Mogotes is karst. Melting of buried ice block in outward plane results in subsidence of overlying material to form kettles. Lateral moraine is a deposit of ridge-like pattern formed along the margins of glaciated valley. Streamlined hills of glacial till elongated in the direction of glacial movement are described as drumlins, which is correct matched. Carving, breaking of blocks of glacier from a glacier terminus that extends into the seawater. A volcano which has not erupted for a long time is known as dormant. Explosive type volcanoes acidic. Which of the following is not a characteristic of basaltic lava? It produces explosive eruption. Which of the following is correctly matched? Vesuvian type of volcano, highly explosive volcanic activity and eruption occurs after a long time. Volcanoes which are much broader than their heights and may consist of lava flows are called shield volcanoes. Mount St. Helens and the North Pacific Northwest is the example of composite cone. Which of the following volcanoes contain highly acidic lava? Palean type volcanoes. Volcanic plateaus are formed as a result of fissure type of eruption. Which of the following volcanoes are made up alternatively of pyroclastic material and lava and is known as stratovolcanoes? Composite cone. Lava extruded from fissures are generally have a low viscosity. Which of the following volcanoes show the decreasing degree of strombolian of degree of volcanic activity? Palean, Plinian, Vesuvian, Vulcanian, Strombolian, Hawaiian. Palean, Plinian. You see this? Palean, then Plinian. Arrange the following pyroclastic material in increasing order according to their size: volcanic dust, volcanic ash, lapilli, scoriae, bombs, blocks. Small, steep-sided cone formed on lava flows and is usually of basaltic material is known as spatter cone. A large, steep-sided circular depression resulting from violent volcanic explosion is called caldera, which is the biggest volcanic cone in the world, Mount Mauna Loa. Volcanic ash ranges in size between 0.25 mm to 4 mm. Steptoe is a or an isolated hill surrounded by lava flows. Fissures or vents through which volcanic gases are ejected are called fumaroles. Fumaroles emitting sulfurous vapor are called solfataras. Match the following and choose the correct answer. Fumaroles have volcanic gases, Mophites, fumaroles, volcanic gases, Mophites, carbon dioxide, Saffioni, uh, sulfur, Saffioni is boric acid, sulfur terraces, sulfurous vapors. Volcanic fissures through which boric acid is emitted are called Saffioni. Travertine is a calcareous deposit of hot spring. The island of Hawaii is an example of shield volcano. The island of Hawaii consists of 5 shield volcanoes. The volcanoes forming the island of Hawaii has low viscosity and composition of flows is mafic. Mud flow of pyroclastic material on the flank of volcano is called lahar. Erosional remnant of volcanic cone is known as volcanic neck. A lake formed when a lava flow acts as a dam across a stream valley is described as Puli Lake. Which of the following is correctly matched? Bioharms, mound like Lahar and Mahil surrounded by lava. No, Lahar is that flowing earth flow or lava flow. Bioharms, mound like calcium carbonate deposits of organic origin. Two rocks made up of till is not the answer. Uh, Spelite is the lava rich in calcium. No, not calcium. Spelite is basaltic. Disappearing streams are not typically found in glacial terrains. Areas with localized alpine glaciation often are sources of moderately sorted materials. Identify the depositional environment of the deposits. Glaciofluvial. Okay, hydrogeology of the total water on the earth, the percentage of saline water in the ocean is 97.2 percentage. 0.61 percentage of the total water on the earth is occupied by groundwater. The groundwater contribution to a stream is termed as base flow. Okay, base flow. The energy released to the surroundings per gram of water during the process of condensation is 590 calories. Land pan is used to measure free water evaporation. The term wilting point of the soil is denoted when the surface tension of the soil-water interface exceeds the osmotic pressure of the roots. Lysimeter is used to measure evapotranspiration. Okay, lysimeter. The equation used with the lysimeter is ET, evapotranspiration is equal to SI, that is volume of initial soil moisture, plus P, that is precipitation into the lysimeter, plus I, irrigation water added to the lysimeter, minus volume of final soil moisture, minus D, that is excess moisture drained from the soil. Weirs are used to measure the discharge of small streams. The porosity of earth materials is defined mathematically by the equation N is equal to 100 Vp by V. Cubic packaging of spheres has a porosity of 47.65%. The size range of coarse sand grains is 2 to 4.75 millimeter. The equation for uniformity coefficient is given as Cu is equal to D60 by D10. The general range of porosity for silt is between 35 to 50 percentage. The ratio of the volume of water that drains from a saturated rock against the force of gravity to the total volume of rock is termed as specific yield. The specific retention increases with decreasing size. Increases with decreasing size. Yeah, because permeability reduces, right? You remember SSC, sand, silt, clay. So while going down to clay, the grain size decreases, permeability reduces, and porosity increases. The undulating surface at which pore water pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure is called water table. Water is the zone of aeration is called Wadow's water. Pressure in negative is pressure is negative in capillary zone and unsaturated zone. ANC. The density of water is maximum at 4 degrees centigrade. In the petroleum industry, the Darcy is used as a unit of intrinsic permeability. The surface representative of the level to which water will rise in a well case to a confined aquifer is called potentiometric surface and piezometric surface. A lens-shaped, low permeability material holding a layer of saturated soil above the main water table is called perched aquifer. The amount of water that can be transmitted horizontally by the full saturated thickness of the aquifer under the hydraulic gradient of 1 is described as transmissivity. The common unit of transmissivity is meter square per day. The storativity of a confined aquifer is found by the formula S is equal to BSS. An unconfined aquifer with a storativity of 0.13 has an area of 123 square miles. The water drops 5.23 feet during a drought. How much water was lost from storage? 2.33 into 10 to the power 9 cubic feet. Okay, so V is equal to SA del H and the calculation. If the intrinsic permeability of the unit is the same in all directions, the unit is said to be isotropic. ETM is equal to V square by 2 plus GZ plus P by E is known as the Bernoulli's equation. Darcy's law is valid for NR which is less than 1. A sand aquifer has a medium grain diameter of 0.5 millimeter. For pure water at 15 degrees centigrade, what is the greatest velocity for which Darcy's law is valid? 0.023 meter per second. So velocity is equal to R mu by rho d. Now put the values. Okay. And specific discharge, this is Darcy. Again put the values. Q is equal to KADHDL. So it will come to as 10 to the power minus 6 centimeter per second. A constant. This is for hydraulic conductivity. K is equal to VLA time A area into time into height. Hydraulic head. Saline water freshwater interface in coastal aquifers was thoroughly studied by Guyben and Herzberg. Z is equal to 40 HF. According to Guyben-Herzberg principle, to 40 times the height of the water table above the sea level. Guyben-Herzberg is in unconfined coastal aquifers. The depth to which the fresh water extends below sea level is approximately 40 times the height of the water table above the sea level. Z is equal to 40 HF. Flow of water towards a well has been termed radial flow. The difference in the elevation of the water level before the well was pumped and the water level at a given time after pumping commenced is called draw down. Rotary method of drilling is carried out in hard rock, soft rock, unconsolidated strata, all of the above. The variations of groundwater levels that extend over periods several years or more are called secular variations. Fluctuations of water table are caused due to evapotranspiration, atmospheric pressure, tidal effect. Okay. An approximate relation between total dissolved solids and electrical conductance in the range of 100 to 5000 Siemens per centimeter for most natural water is 1 mg per liter, which is 1.56 micros Siemens per centimeter. Hardness of hard water ranges between 150 to 300 milligram per liter. Sodium content of water is usually expressed in terms of percent sodium and is defined by percent sodium is equal to Na plus K divided by Na plus Ca plus Mg plus K 100. Sodium absorption ratio SAR is computed by the formula SAR is equal to Na divided by root over Ca by Mg2. The value of SAR is used in classifying the water for irrigation use. Which of the following parameters is used for quality classification of water for irrigation? A and C. Percentage, Na and SAR. One of the more widely used graphical forms for the classification of natural waters is Piper trilinear diagram. The maximum permissible limit of nitrate in drinking water is 45 mg per liter. What is the range of hardness for domestic water supply as per the WHO standard? That is 100 to 250 milligram per liter or 500 milligram per liter. 500. This is the answer. A general ordering of cation exchangeability of common ions in groundwater is Na, K, Mg and Ca. Total dissolved solids in fresh water ranges from 0 to 1000 milligram per liter. 1000 gram of water will dissolve 1 into 10 to the power minus 4 mole of lead sulfate. The solubility product ASP will be 10 to the power minus 8. What is the concentration of NaCl in a 0.01 molar solution at 25 degrees centigrade? 582.8 milligram per liter. What is the H plus and OH minus of an aqueous solution of pH is equal to 3.2. H plus is equal to 10 to the power minus 3.2 and OH minus is equal to 10 to the power minus 10.8. So since pH is the negative logarithm of H plus, the value of H plus is equal to 10 to the power minus 3.2. The product of H plus and OH minus H plus into OH minus is 10 to the power minus 14. Isotopes found in groundwater can be used to determine the locations of groundwater recharge areas, circulation patterns in aquifers, the age of groundwater. Tritium is an unstoppable isotopes of hydrogen with a half-life of 12.4 years. Maximum permissible limit of fluoride in drinking water is 1.5 milligram per liter. Water which is formed at the time of consolidation of magma is termed juvenile water. Clay serves as an aquitard. Which of the following materials has the highest porosity? Clay. Fine-grained rocks generally have high porosity and low permeability. The porosity of a rock depends upon packing arrangement of grains, shape of the grains, size of the grains. The process by which both ionic and molecular species dissolved in water move from areas of higher concentration to areas of lower concentration is called diffusion. Saline water intrusion in coastal aquifers can be controlled by all of the above: modification of pumping pattern, artificial recharge, injection variant. Which of the following indicates the highest measurement of permeability? That is 1 to 2 Darcy's. According to Darcy law, the water table is generally flatter in an area of high transmissivity. Which of the following testing techniques is commonly used to determine the hydraulic conductivity of a shallow, low permeability aquifer using a single well slug test? Hardness in water is typically caused by the presence of calcium and magnesium ions. The proper treatment of septic tank effluent as it moves through soil after leaving the leach line system would be most likely under which one of the following sets of conditions? Aerobic conditions under sufficient clearance from saturated zone groundwater. You have been assigned to supervise a mud rotary drilling operation and log the cuttings for a municipal well. The boarding will pass through a known shallow salt water zone before entering the deeper freshwater Anishar aquifer. Which of the following is appropriate? Grout surface grass casing past the salt zone. When ordering a laboratory soil or groundwater analysis, it is advisable to request an analytical method with a result reporting limit that is at the lowest level limit that will meet all intended uses of the data. Falling head tests and constant head tests are used to determine the permeability of rock or soil. Purged groundwater has the same flow characteristics. Purged groundwater is separated from the regional aquifer by an underlying unsaturated zone. A water sample from a domestic water supply well has been tested for a variety of inorganic chemicals. The results are as follows: hardness 20 mg per liter, chloride 15 mg per liter, iron 0.1 mg per liter, nitrate nitrogen 30 mg per liter, sulfate 20 mg per liter. Nitrate causing okay, methemoglobinemia, this is blue baby syndrome. Mineralogy and economic geology. A is 2, S3. This arsenic sulfide is the composition of orbiment. Hosmenite is an ore of lead. Sorry, no. Hosmenite is an ore of manganese. Which of the following is not the ore of manganese? Magnesite, MgCO3. Okay, cerussite is PbCO3, dodoctosite is MnCO3, siderite is FeCO3, smithsonite is ZnCO3. Powellite is the ore of molybdenum. Okay, arrange the following terminologies of reserves in order of decreasing degree of geologic assurance. Proved, indicated, inferred. The quantitative estimate of undiscovered mineral material suspected to exist in virgin areas is called prognostic resource. In reconstructive mechanism of polymorphism, the changes take place in the polymorphic substances are: it involves breaking of atomic bonds. This type of transformation requires large amount of energy and is non-reversible. Which of the following represents reconstructive polymorphism? All of the above: carbon, pyrite, calcite, The polymorph of sphalerite is woodsite. If a crystal of a mineral is altered so that the internal structure or chemical composition is changed, but the external form is preserved, it is called pseudomorphism. The reserve estimation, which is sufficiently reliable so as to facilitate mine planning, is known as proved reserve. The only commercial deposit of natural cryolite known to occur in the world was in Ireland, which is now practically exhausted. Match the following coordination of compound anions about cations and their radius ratios. Cubic or 8 coordination 0.732 to 1, octahedral or 6 coordination which is 0.4142 0.225, tetrahedral or 4 coordination 0.414, sorry, this is wrong. Radius ratios and coordination number. C is less than 0.155 is 2, 0.155 to 0.25 is 3, triangular planar, 0.225 to 0.414 is 4, tetrahedral, 6 is 0.414 to 0.732, and 8 is 0.732 1, and 12 is 1. So this is right. Octahedral, this will be 7, 3, 2, 7, 3, 2. Okay, and from 732, then tetrahedral 0. This is ulta. Okay, 0.1155 to 0.225, and this is 0.225 to 41. Okay, now it's done. Cleavage is always cleavage is so always consistent with the symmetry and thus a diagnostic property. The specific gravity of a crystalline substance depends on both the kinds of atoms of which it is composed of and the manner in which the atoms are packed together. Pycnometer is used to determine the specific gravity of an aggregate of mineral fragments or powder. In India, so far, no occurrence of turquoise is reported. For some minerals, color is a fundamental property directly related to one of its major constituent elements and is constant and characteristic. Such minerals are called idiochromatic. Match the following: tiger's eye. Okay, this is important. Iceland spar replaced by quartz. A is 3. Okay, Iceland spar is calcite. B is 4. Satin spar is fibrous gypsum. Cat's eye is chrysoberyl. Tiger's eye is fibrous crocodylite gypsum. The pale blue fluorescence in most scheelite is ascribed to molybdenum, substituting for tungsten. Which of the following minerals is not used as insulants and refractories? Manganese. The world's largest deposit of copper found in the United States of America belongs to Cenozoic. Which of the following is otherwise known as magnetic pyrite? Pyrrhotite. In nature, copper occurs in 4 principal forms: sulfides, carbonates, oxides, and native copper. Of this, the bulk of copper is obtained from the sulfide ores. The electrical conductivity in graphite is better parallel to C axis, better perpendicular to C axis, same along all the, better perpendicular to the C axis. Electrical conductivity in graphite is better perpendicular to the C axis. Diamonds were first found in India. Oh, this is a Wad is an ore of manganese. The manufacture of steel manganese is used as a deoxidizer and desulfurizer. Which of the following varieties of mica is lithium mica, lepidolite, or zinwaldite? Which of the following minerals is or are natural abrasives? Natural abrasives: garnet, corundum, tripoli, all of the above. Which of the following varieties of clay is also known as natural leaching clay? Leaching clay. 32. Fuller's earth. Fuller's earth. This is all of the above. This is Fuller's earth. Anglicite and cerussite are the oxidation products of galena. Hypersthene is isomorphous with enstatite. Which of the following are soda pyroxene? Which of the following are soda pyroxene? Agerine and jadeite. Which of the following amphibole group minerals are soda amphiboles? Rebecite and glaucophene. Most of the Indian chromite production comes from Odisha. Which of the following minerals belong to pyroxenite group? Rhodonite, pectolite, elastonite. In India, the greatest period of coal formation is the Permian. Okay, then we have matched the following. Idiomorphic is automorphic. Hypidiomorphic is hyautomorphic. Allotriomorphic is xenomorphic. Rock forming minerals are predominantly silicates and carbonates. From the geographical points of view, in which of the following regions the lower Gondwana coal basins are found? Okay, all of the above, that is Damodar, Narmada, and Mahanadi. The important coal bearing formations of Damodar group were mainly derived from Glossopteris flora. Which of the following is not an ore of silver, that is argentite, realgar, stephanite, brucite. Argentite, cubic silver sulfide, so not argentite. Brucite, P-R-O-U-S-I-T, brucite. Sulfosol minerals, silver, sulfur, arsenide, brucite. And then stephanite and realgar. Stephanite. Oh, silver, antimony, sulfosol, stephanite, and realgar. Realgar. Arsenic blend. Ruby. Realgar is the answer. Good. Realgar. The unit SiO2 is the building block of no SiO4. The unit SiO4 tetrahedra is the building block of silicate minerals. Amphiboles exhibit double chain inosilicate. Tourmaline has Si6O18 formula of silicon unit. Electrum is a natural alloy of gold and silver. In India, the graphite deposits are generally associated with Hondalites. Mondo ki Pal fluorospar deposit is in Rajasthan. Which of the following ores of copper is not found in the zone of secondary sulfide enrichment? Azurite. Which of the following mica belts is not associated with pegmatite? Kodarma mica belt, Nellore mica belt, Rajasthan mica belt. Which of the following minerals is used as a solvent for extracting alumina from bauxite? Cryolite. Which of the following minerals is used as a retarder in the atomic reactor? Beryl. Which of the following is the chief ore of thorium? We have monazite. Okay, arrange the following from top to bottom sequentially: Boson, leaching zone, oxidation zone, supergene, sulfide enrichment zone, hypogene zone. Which of the following zones lie just below the groundwater table? Oxidation zone. Dash lies. Oxidized zone lies just above the groundwater table. World's leading producer of gold is South Africa. Which of the following mineral groups does not belong to nesosilicates? Epidote. In sorosilicates, the silicon oxygen ratio is 3 is to 2, 2 is to 7. Uh, which of the following belongs to ionosilicates? Iono is phenacite. Ionosilicates are amphibole group, double chain. Which is the largest silicate structural division among the silicates? Largest silicate structural division, dead to silicates. Isometric or minerals between crossed nickels in reflected light will isometric or minerals between crossed nickels in reflected light will remain dark on rotation of the stage and show uniform illumination and rotation of the stage, either A or B. This is again analogy 65, either A or B. Okay, then we have heavy spar barite, dog teeth spar scalenohedral calcite, satin spar fibrous gypsum, oil spar dolomite. Which of the following is not a synonym of siliceous sinter? One of their current sinter, serite, iodide. Okay, done.